pinkish siya, di ba? So, yun ang effect ng nitrite. Minsan, nakapag-attend ako ng seminar. Kasi, nung nasa basis ako, madalas nila akong pinag-attend ng seminar. So, kahit na, kumbaga, alam ko na halos yung mga isa-seminar, ma-attend pa rin ako kasi baka may matutunan pa rin ako. Ganun. Pero minsan, merong isang nag-seminar na tingin ko, wala siyang experience talaga sa meat processing, baka nag-research lang siya. Kasi sabi niya, ang pink color daw ng ham is galing sa bread powder, kasi daw ang bread powder is kulay pink. Hindi yun. Hindi dahil sa color ng bread powder. So, parang kumuha ka lang ng kulay sa food color. Ang pink color ng cured meats is galing sa reaction ng nitrite at mayonnaise. Kahit gawin mong walang kulay yung bread powder mo, gawin mong kulay yellow, pink pa rin ang magiging result mo. Kasi ang liit lang naman ang kulay na nilalagay doon, or konti lang, para magkaroon ng epekto sa color niya.
Para malaman lang na hindi ito regular
para
salt.
mag-distinguish lang siya sa salt. Kasi halimbawa, mga 90% or 95% ng bread powder is salt. So kung hindi mo siya lalagyan ng color, pwede mo pa siyang mapagkamalang salt. Kasi ang liit lang ng percent na ang nitrite doon. Yun. So ayan, it is the nitrates that play the key role in color fixation. Sabi na ng boss ko nun sa Pure Foods, it is not a ham without the nitrite. Curing is a method of curing as a method of food preservation centers on one basic principle. The curing ingredients inhibit the growth of microorganisms. So, di ba, inhibit nila yung microorganisms. If the ingredients are absorbed by the meat ahead of the penetration of destructive microorganisms, then curing is a success. So, dyan pumapasok yung importance ng dapat ay fresh at good quality ang meat mo. Kasi pag na-delay ang absorption ng preservative ingredients mo, pag na-delay siya at nauna yung action ng microorganisms, then curing is a failure. Pero kung nauna ang action ng preservative ingredients mo kaysa sa action ng destructive microorganisms, then curing is a success. Magkakaroon ka ng magandang product. Yan. On the other hand, if microorganisms enter the meat faster than the penetration of the curing ingredients, then curing is a failure. So, ganun ka-importante na dapat start with good and fresh quality meat. Yeah. With this in mind, processors must accelerate the penetration of ingredients as fast as possible. However, conditions that hasten the entry of ingredients into the meat also favor rapid microbial growth. Hence, it is important to start with uncontaminated meat to ensure successful curing. So, pag ma-penetrate pa yan ng curing ingredient, huli na, sira na siya. Yan, kaya dapat uncontaminated meat to start with. Yan. Kasi yung nag-hasten daw ng entry ng ingredients, kalimitan normal room temperature eh. So, favorable yun na mabilis ang action ng curing ingredients. Pero mabilis din ang microbial growth. Kaya dinidiscourage ang normal room temperature. Mas maganda na lower or cold. So, number 3, ito ang oldest method of meat preservation in drying. It involves the reduction of moisture content of the meat about 15%, which inactivates microorganisms. So nakita mo, di ba sa salting, 15% din yung dapat na reduction sa moisture, maging effective yung salt as preservative. So dito sa drying, 15% din ang kailangan na reduction sa water para ma-inactivate yung mga microorganisms.
Hindi pa kayo yun, ma? 5%?
Ha?
5% ba? O
15. Hindi, yung 5
holding
grams,
niya.
yung yun yung up to 5% yun yung kaya niyang i-hold yung water na inabsorb niya. Pero beyond 5%, hindi na niya kayang i-hold. So useless yung inilagay yung asin. Kung ang purpose mo is i-bind yung water. Kung mataas ang
Sa
masyado
binding,
yung
sa
asin
binding,
mo,
ano
sa
yun?
binding yun.
Yung dito,
Oo, sa
50%
sa
binding.
preservative action.
Okay.
Yan. Smoking, yan, pang-apat, smoking is subjecting meat to smoke produced by burning wood or sawdust which causes the deposition of phenolic and pyroligneous compounds which act as preservative as flavoring agent. So yan, pag nag-smoke tayo, nagre-release yung smoke natin ng phenolic and pyroligneous compounds na nagiging preservative din at nakakasarap din sa lasa ng meat natin.
Yung smoky flavor, tama
Yung
ba?
smoky flavor. Also, smoking has some drying effect which helps inhibit microorganisms. So, may drying effect din yan kasi nga, pag halimbawa, pagpasok kayo ng 100 kilos ng meat, paglabas niyan, 90% or below mo siya. So, may reduction ka din sa moisture. Yan, number 5, chilling or refrigeration. Chilling is subjecting meat to a temperature of 36 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So, yan yung kalimitan ginagamit nating temperature sa curing. Dapat ang curing room natin is nasa 36 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Ang tinatawag na curing room ay doon yung kalimitan ginagawa ang bacon, ang hams, doon ini-inject, doon minamassage, so doon yung processing ng mga hams at bacons. Curing temperature 36 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit or commercial refrigeration. In this temperature range, enzymatic and microbial changes in meat are not prevented but are slowed down considerably. So, hindi mo siya napiprevent yung enzymatic at microbial changes. Sabi ko nga sa'yo, pag pinalamig mo siya, hindi ibig sabihin na pinatay mo na siya. Kumbaga, dini-activate mo lang siya o ini-slow down mo lang yung growth niya. Hence, fresh chilled meats must be kept at refrigerated storage for only 24 hours. So, pagka, halimbawa, nag-cure tayo, 12, ang optimum is mga 12 hours lang or overnight. Kung halimbawa, busy-busy, mga daming production, nag-24 hours ka, pero hindi na dapat lalagpas sa 24 hours. Kasi beyond 24 hours, na siya, nagsisimula ng mag-deteriorate. And meats undergoing the curing process for 2 to 7 days. So, kapares ng hams. Pero yan, actually sa hams, 2 to 5 days lang ginagawa namin. Kasi pag limantas na siya ng 1 week, nagsisimula na siyang mamasin. So, freezing. It is the exposure of meat to a temperature of 0 to 32 degrees Fahrenheit, resulting to crystallization of the water in the tissues, thus inactivating the enzymes and the bacteria present. So, yun. Dapat mababa ang temperature. So, sa water, ang freezing ng water is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Pero sa freezing ng meat, mas mababa ang temperature. Meat processing technology comprises the steps and procedures in the manufacture of processed meat products. It involves a wide range of physical and chemical treatment methods, normally combining a variety of methods. It goes beyond the simple cutting of meat into meat cuts or meat pieces. Ayan. Meat processing technologies include, so ito na yung process, cutting, chopping, size reduction, or emulsification. Pag sinabi natin emulsification, parang ginagawa natin homogeneous. So, halimbawa, oil at water. Pag pinaghalo mo yan, di ba, nagkakitang-kita mo yung nagsiseparate nila. Pero once na emulsify mo yan with the aid of an emulsifier, kaparis ng mayonnaise. Ang mayonnaise is, di ba? Oo. Yun. So, pag in-emulsify mo siya, nagiging homogeneous siya, isa na lang. Hindi mo na makikita yung oil.
Okay, yes.
Mixing or tumbling. So, dyan yung sa mga longganisa, tumbling yung sa mga bacon. Yun yung ginagamitan ng tumbler. Tapos salting, curing, utilization of spices, non-meat additives, stuffing, filling into casings or other containers, fermentation and drying, and heat treatment. Common ingredients in meat processing and their functions. Yan. Ang number 1 is salt. Ito ang primary ingredient sa meat curing or meat processing. Hindi ka makakaprocess ng mga meat products nang wala kang asin. Kasi nga, ang asin, ang isang ginagawa ng asin, bukod sa binder kaya siya nakakapag-bind. Siya yung nag-extract ng myosin protein sa meat na responsible sa binding sa mga meat products. Kasi ang meat ay merong myosin protein. So, yun ang nagiging binder. So, ang nag-extract nun ay asin. It makes up the bulk of the curing mixture. It is a good preservative dahil nga nahihinder niya ang growth ng microorganisms dahil sa kanyang dehydration capacity. Diba, nade-dehydrate niya yung cells ng microorganisms sa yung meat, na-absorb niya yung water. It provides the most desirable flavor. So, hindi rin siya magiging masarap kung walang asin. So, as a preservative, it causes the dehydration of the tissues through osmosis. At the same time, it draws water from the protoplasm of the spoilage microorganisms, shriveling and inactivating the cells. It plays a role in the binding of meat products. So, yun nga yung sinasabi ng in-extract na yung myosin. It improves the ability of the meat protein myosin to retain either the normal moisture content of the product or the added water in the product. It stabilizes the fat protein emulsion in sausages. Pag din halimbawa na stabilize din niya yung fat. Kasi kung wala kang asin, hindi ka naka-extract ng myosin, yung fat mo magseseparate. Halimbawa sa mga hotdog, sa longganisa, normally sa hotdog, emulsified na yan. Pero wala kang asin na ginamit, magseseparate yan during cooking. So, magkakaroon ka ng fat caps or fat separation. Of the kinds of salt available in the market, refined salt or vacuum-dried salt is the most suitable for meat curing because it is the most concentrated and has the least amount of impurities. Kasi halimbawa, natry kong gumamit ng
Ano yan?
Rock salt.
hindi yung rock salt. Diba may mga itim-itim minsan marinate. Tapos, i-check mo yung salinity niya. Yung salinity na-check through the use of a salinometer. So, i-check mo yung salinity niya.